Hey, what's up, YouTube? It's Richie from Boston. I am looking a little disheveled. I definitely need to take a shower, get a shave, and make my way north. I'm holed up right now in a very, very, very inexpensive hotel in the middle of Georgia. I don't even know where I am. I followed my GPS to the cheapest hotel, and I am not even exaggerating. I've never been in a place where there's nothing. There's a hotel, and then there's like two houses, and then a train track, and that's it. But whatever. I'm working on a video for Jailbreak right now about that poor girl, Gabby Petito, whose feminine boyfriend strangled her to death. And I got some things to say about that because I was actually in that area when it occurred where he killed her and left her body. What a scumbag. Watch the video, but whatever. I came across this article, and this is just infuriating, but it tells you what time it is in this world right now, because this is in Texas. Remember the great state of Texas, Christian Texas? Well, this is happening there. This is real news for real Texans. Dallas church celebrates drag. Performers call for sacrificing Trump supporters. Drag performers took to the pulpit during a Sunday service to preach about gender identity. Well, I don't know how to say this. I don't know how to say this. I don't know how to say this. But there's male and female. Gender is a made-up word that didn't exist when I was a kid. It was sex. Something you can't even say on YouTube anymore. I see people literally taking the word sex and self-censoring themselves, which just absolutely infuriates me. But utilizing the carrot and the stick. You want to make money on YouTube? Do what we say and self-censor, and people are more than happy to fall all over themselves to do that exact thing. But at any rate, this isn't a Texas church. This is abhorrent. This is disgusting. This is despicable. And yet there's people sitting right here. And this came out on February 17th, 2025, but it's not the first time this has happened. It happened back in 2023. This is blasphemy. Dallas church pledges allegiance to drag queens and LGBTQ agenda. And they also allowed one of these things to actually go up there and literally hold the sermon. They had somebody dressed in drag pretending to be a priest, and they let it go.
We recognize that all people are made in the loving image of God, no matter who they are, how they dress and express themselves, or who they love.
We celebrate this divine diversity and commit to lifting up the voices of the LGBTQ+ community and creating spaces where everyone can thrive.
Drag queens are often targets of hate and violence, but we know that they are powerful and resilient people who show us what it means to be truly authentic and expressive.
We honor their strength and we pledge to be allies to the drag community, recognizing their full humanity and their incredible contributions to our world. We embrace radical inclusivity and work to dismantle systems of oppression, who fight against all forms of hate, prejudice, and intolerance, in order to build a world that affirms and celebrates every person's unique identity and gifts.
Yeah. See, that was back in 2023, and one of the people that was leading it is the first place on Inauguration Day that Donald Trump went and sat in front of and listened to this gay female bishop. People are under the delusion that technology, which is simply wizardry. John D., myself, Nicholson 1968, went over this years ago. John D. was a wizard, and he used it to create science. Wizardry is simply getting information from fallen entities. It's been written time immemorial. It's in thousands and thousands of books that go back a long, long time, which is amazing to me. And let's get back to the call.
A Dallas church hosted a service dedicated to celebrating drag performers and transgender individuals in defiance of the conservative Texas legislature. A video shared by Texas Family Project on X captured glimpses of the event at the United Church of Christ Cathedral of Hope on Sunday. Yesterday our team spent their day away from their families and church to expose evil happening in Texas, commented Brady Gray, president of Texas Family Project, about the clips. It isn't fun, but if we're going to see an end to this darkness, someone's got to shine a light on it. Quote, among the church's performers was a drag king, a woman wearing a bedazzled beard and religious garments, who preached that a performing gender as a daily task is a learned cultural trait. Quote, the performer announced that her first experience in drag was in high school when she and other closeted lesbians volunteered to play men in a drama. The church audience laughed and applauded. As a drag queen, a man dressed to appear as a woman also performed something akin to a comedy routine at a drag brunch fundraiser for Vital Ministries following the service. While there, he said that the congregants should sacrifice Trump voters. Do y'all sacrifice? Could we start? Quote, the man asked the crowd. He voted for Trump? Quote, questioned the drag queen, directed towards an audience member who denied it. 'Cause I will kill him, quote, the drag queen responded. The drag queen proceeded to criticize Governor Greg Abbott for approving conservative laws and recommended stopping him by taking away wheelchair ramps. In another video, honored guests are called forward for recognition. Most of them were men dressed as caricatures of women in large wigs, dresses, heels, and heavy face paint. One man dressed as a dog crawled across the stage. Sometimes, as Cathedral of Hope, I think we forget just how queer we are, quote, one of the senior leaders said to the congregation. We take it for granted to have a safe place for us to come and worship. We take it for granted in a world that continues to become more hostile. Quote, nothing about this church service was godly or Christian, quote, said Sarah Gonzalez, vice president of Texas Family Project.
By the way, if any of y'all voted for Trump, please don't tell us. No, don't tell us. Or do, and do y'all sacrifice? Do y'all do that? Did we start? He voted for Trump?
No, I said the church is safe.
Okay, because I will kill him. I went down to Austin like a year and a half ago with some other drag queens to, fist fight Greg Abbott, but he wouldn't stand up and fight me. And I'll be honest, I think the easiest thing that we can do with the money that we raise is just take away those wheelchair ramps and just not let him have access to the floor.
Well, now let me tell you, as a white, straight Christian...
What's worse, the drag...
Unbelievable. Now, as a white, straight Christian male, if I ever threatened to kill the president in a church, on stage, on video, in the news, my door would come down. And my father, my stepmother, myself would all be arrested because you can't do that. But if you're gay, you can do whatever you want, which is why people are gay. They've made it so the rewards are astronomical. It's like being an African American. You can say pretty much anything you want, racist. No one says a word anymore. No one says a word. If you're gay, no one can say anything to you because hate laws, and it's absolutely insane. And you know what? How long have I been doing this? 16 years? Over 500 million views, or even more. I don't even know anymore. I've never once called for violence. I've always told people to be ready. To be ready. I've never called for violence. But here's the deal. Because I know. Remember when Round Saturn's Eye went to Sodom and Gomorrah and actually found evidence of exactly what the Bible said everywhere? Oh, you don't? Well, here we go.
Joshua, explain what we have here.
We have two pieces of sulfur or brimstone which we found at Gomorrah.
This is pretty big.
It is.
It does seem to be a lot of people that think that this is the place of Gomorrah, down by the Dead Sea, which is over there. And looking at these straight lines, and the swirls that you can see in the ashen remains over there. Some people say that that is to do with the fervent heat that came upon the place when it was destroyed suddenly. But, you know, very, very wicked things going on here in the Bible. The sexual deviance and the sexual side, but also the sins with the angels, which seems to be something that was going on there in Genesis. And how many have you got of these?
Quite a lot, but here we've got probably about 30 or...
Let's see. They are huge. They are huge pieces. Thank you for showing these. I thought they were a sherbet sweet candy when you gave it to me, and I nearly ate one. But I'm glad you showed us them so we can actually see them. You know, that people at home can see these.
So if you don't understand what it is you're seeing, he's at the site of Sodom and Gomorrah and picking up phosphorus because it rained fire and brimstone exactly like it said in the Bible. If you go to all the large activities that occurred, parting the Red Sea, Moses hitting his staff on the rock, splitting it in half, bringing forth water, they're all real. They all exist. How do I know that? Because about 12 years ago, when I thought debunking the Bible would be easy, it turned out I ended up getting born again and then born again and understood that it was completely and totally real. Everything, right down to the pillar of salt that Lot's wife was turned into, is real. All of this is real. So I'll leave a link below if you want to watch this video. It's called Shocking Discovery in Sodom and Gomorrah. I'll leave links below if you want to watch that, because that's what's coming again. It will be, the whole world will be cleansed by fire. Sodom and Gomorrah was a very specific location, but now we have them actually pushing it out in all directions. And God, seeing people in the church of God, I'm going to say that's going to be a serious fire and brimstone type event. Here's something else I want to show you real quick. Once again, Netflix has put out a movie called 0 Day that stars Robert De Niro. And this is basically showing us being attacked by a cyber group called the Reapers. And I find that comical because I just posted on my Twitter page, there's a group called the Ghosts that sound once again, what I'm saying is Netflix is once again showing us airplanes falling from the sky, secret hacker groups absolutely taking out everything, and they've got Robert De Niro playing the president. And it's funny, he's the ex-president that's losing his mind like dementia, and the new president is a black woman. So apparently Trump being backed by all the billionaires was a move, because they were so positive that Kamala was going to be president that Netflix put it in the movie, and now it's not the case. And now it might explain why Robert De Niro was quite as agitated as he was. You know what I mean? But this is predictive programming. This just goes right from Leave the World Behind to 0 Day. And I'm watching 0 Day, but I'm also editing, so it's a pain in the butt, but it's crazy. It's crazy. This show came out before the election. It completed filming before the election. It shows a white president who had to step down because he lost his mental facilities, and a black woman becomes president. Wow, weird. And now we've got Trump. But Trump isn't a savior. Trump is here to wrap it all up. Trump is here to ring it in. And I mean, I think everything that he does basically shows that. So it is what it is. But it's astonishing to me that these people can go in front of cameras, microphones, congregations, priests, bishops, whatever, and threaten to kill people, and there's no recourse. But there will be. At any rate, Richie from Boston. For now, I'm out.